Down south slang.
In a dirty world, I'm from that dirty south. I need a dirty girl. I'm a dirty boy. In a dirty world, I'm from that dirty south. I need a dirty girl. I need a filthy girl who ain't scared to work. Now bounce that ass, mom, up out that titty skirt. Now let me see them hips. You don't expose them lips. I like them southern chicks. They make the play a trip on his own tongue. Girl, you got me sprung. The way you drop that ass, you tryna hurt some. B.A. boppers, dirty south strippers. I live with two bras. I'm easily a tripper. Hand on my zipper, and now it's weekend time. Trojan rubber suit is always found on mine. Back shots, baby, mixed with freestyle. I'm off the rock style. You make a player smile. I'm in my second aisle, wet like I took a shower. I'm still acting bad. Don't mess with scallywags. I'm spanking grown ass, not like that Jackson clown. I'm in that South player, where we be putting it down. I'm a dirty boy in a dirty world. I'm from that dirty South. I need a dirty girl. I'm a dirty boy in a dirty world. I'm from that dirty South. I need a dirty girl. I pulled off at the Coco Loco with a bad little bitch in the color of cocoa. My first rule, never fuck with a broco. So it's never enough, they always gon' moco. Back to the club, 9 bottles of hypno. Once she swallow the X, she gon' turn to a nympho. You know the deal, she already in blitz mode. So once we hit the room, she gon' bust like flip mode. I'm in the beat with my 4+6 hoe. Pretty eyes, pretty feet, dime piece. You know, I got a rolling green and green. Crypto, 6-4, drop low, like it's doing the limbo. You know my steeds, we don't fuck with a bimbo. Next thing you know, she be fucking my kinfo. You know me, bitch, I'm all about the pesos. I fuck with Mo, you can't fuck with my roll. I'm a dirty boy in a dirty world. I'm from that dirty south. I need a dirty girl. I'm a dirty boy in a dirty. I'm from that dirty south. I need a dirty girl. What's up with it, TikTok? We back in the building, live from another day, another dollar. Yeah, live from another day, another dollar. Well, fortunately, unfortunately, we put in 5 hours today. So that ends my week. 5-hour work day. That ends my week. And I thank God for being able to park my truck and do a post trip and have no apparent issues. Can you dig it? Park my truck and have no apparent issues. So it's a blessing to be able to do that as an owner operator on any day. Not just a Friday, but any day. Because say, man, when you park that truck and you wind up having some issues, your work starting all over, you dig? I ain't even get to eat my lunch. I ain't even get to eat my snacks. But it is what it is. It's time to go eat whatever. I think I'm gonna fry some fish and shrimp. I think I want to fry some fish and shrimp. That's what it's hitting for. What's up, TikTok, man? TikTok, you don't stop. What's up with it? Yeah, Jesus Torres. Already. But check this out, man. I seen a video. It was based on a meme of a lady who was in trucking. She said that she worked like, I think 7-8 hours or whatever, and she ran a load that paid her $14,000. Now don't get me wrong, I've only worked with a few lanes in trucking. Let me turn this here off and stop wasting my diesel. Let me turn this off and stop wasting my diesel. Yeah, so I've only worked with dry van, container, and some reefer.
I've never done flatbed or anything else, you dig? But the lady said that she ran a couple of loads and it paid her $14,000 in one day. And she was showing the money. Now, I would call cap on that because anybody making that type of money on a daily basis or maybe a couple days out the week ain't gonna be flashing that goddamn money. When you flash money like that, you become a target, especially when you want to act like trucking is paying like that. I don't believe it. I'm calling it big caparoni. Ain't no trucking that I know about is paying like that. Now, I've been doing this here shit for probably, how could I say, 8 years by now. 8 years by now. Now, the biggest day I ever had in container work, I probably made about $1,400. That was the biggest day I ever had in container work. I made about $1,400. But for her to say she made $14,000 doing some trucking, I don't believe that. You hear me? I don't believe that one bit. I believe she big caparoni, macaroni, Tony, and is a phony. Yeah. But that's all I wanted to say about that, man. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is this right here. I was on the phone with a friend of mine. Let me hit this old apple, candy apple red. Tastes like wine. Come on, man. I like a crunchy apple. But look, I was on with a friend of mine, and they asked me to tell them about having studio sessions. They ultimately asked me about studio sessions with Pimp and Bun. But what I had to tell them was this. I've only met a handful of people, which I know is more than these people exist, that astounded me in the studio, that entertained me with the style of the way they record. Only a handful of people that really, how could I say, amazed me and amused me. My homeboy Hard Time was one of them. Reason being, he didn't come to the studio with written songs or lyrics on a pad. He basically came with his rhymes in his head, and he was able to go inside of his mind and recollect like he had these songs filed in his head while going through everything else and remember what hook, what verses, and perform all these songs back to back. I'm talking about it was incredible. So I have him on the list. The next person on that list, R.I.P. is my homeboy C. Wood, repping at 8th Street, R.I.P. You know what I'm talking about? He was another one, came to the studio, never bought pencil or paper, and did the same thing Hard Time did. The next person would be Pimp C. Pimp C did a collection of not bringing pen and paper, freestyling, and the first time I seen punching in, creating a verse by the punch-in style. Before all this gibberish came, before all this cat in the hat rap, I seen him punch in line for line and create a verse. But what he would do is he'd punch it in line for line and he'd create the verse, and then he'll listen to the verse. Then he'll tell them to put that track on mute. Basically, right there on the spot, he wrote the verse in his mind, recorded it, listened to it a couple of times, went right behind the microphone and recited it just like that. That was very entertaining and amusing also. The next person would be Bun B. Wrote his verses within 7 minutes. Pimp and Bun could write in a whole verse, 16s, 12s, whatever. They could write the whole verse in 7 to 10 minutes or less or whatever. And it'd be some impeccable quality, not just no shit a nigga jotted down, some gibberish. It would be actual impeccable quality, hardcore, monumental, memorable work that they would put down in a short amount of time. I'm also capable of doing that, writing within 7 to 10 minutes, verses, hooks, or whatever. But the next person on my list would be my son, who brings no pen and pad to the studio and does incredible work. Like if you listen to some of my son music, matter of fact, go listen to all his latest songs. Young Heezy, Yungheze, all the videos he's done. He directs his own videos. He records himself 80% of the time, and he doesn't use any pen or pad. So these people on my list were very incredible, creative people, and I wanted to talk about that because I mentioned that to a friend of mine. But why I push this button today is to state this right here. What's up, YouTube? What's up, TikTok? And anybody else that might get this video. And shout out to my homeboy, Darren Martin. He's the reason for the season. He asked me to speak about kicking a man while he's down. He asked me to give my perspective about kicking a man while he's down. So the question was asked, would you kick a man while he down? And what propels this piece of content is the P. Diddy situation. None of us that I know knows P. Diddy on a personal level. Let's start there. I don't know him. I seen him in Houston one time, but I didn't speak to him and engage with him and meet him or greet him. So I don't know him. He's a persona on video and just different social media sites and TV as he is to a lot of the people that I know. Now, I don't know if you know him or not, but it's obvious that he's going through a lot right now. What he's guilty of, I have no clue. Do I wish he get locked up in it longer or tried and slammed in jail for many years? I have no input on that. I have no feelings towards that because I don't have a dog in that fight. Well, whatever he's done affected me. And the only thing I know he probably guilty of, and I'm not going to say probably, only thing I know he guilty of is kicking that girl's ass on camera. That's the only thing I saw. Him kicking that girl ass on camera in a towel fresh out the shower. And that's their business. Now, if she didn't file any kind of criminal charges on that, that's their business. That's all I could say. Because every nigga I know at one point in time then went upside his old lady head. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I used to have that problem in my younger relationships when I was a younger man. I ain't know how to communicate, and you pissed me off the right way, I'm liable to go upside your motherfucking head. You know what I mean? It ain't my fault. It was learned behavior that I learned from a domestic violence household, you know what I mean, single parent household, and it was how my mama reacted to every situation inside the house. My mama, she fuss a little bit with my stepdaddies or whomever they may be, and once she ran out of words, she went to kicking off in your ass. You know what I mean? First, she'll go to talking civil, and she won't use curse words. And then she'll lay there, you understand, and go to using heavy curse words. But once she ran out of words to speak, she go to kicking off in your ass. You know what I mean? So I picked up on that at a young age, and early on in my early 20s, I may be guilty of putting foot in the mofo ass. But outside of that, I grew up out of that. You know what I mean? But I ain't getting in them people business. Now, he did kick our ass something feels like. You hear what I'm saying? He did kick off in our ass something feels like. And if that was my sister, if that was my auntie or any female in my family, yeah, I'd feel some kind of way. And when I'd see him after they done made up at the family reunion or any kind of function, I'd put it on his ass. I swear, I'll put it on his ass, and I'll be telling him, do it to a man. You know what I mean? I'll be telling him, do it to a man. But that's either here nor there because that ain't my kinfolk. Little Cassie with her little pretty self. I heard he turned her upside down and out. But he kicked her like a field goal. He was punting her. Damn it, boy. He was boom. Hey, I ain't never seen a nigga that mad. I don't know what she was doing, but he was mad at her. You know what I mean? Whatever she was doing, he was mad at her. Now, I ain't never hit a woman that hard because I ain't never been that mad at a woman. I've been mad enough to pantomime and act like I'm really mad, but I'm really not mad. I'm cognitive. I know what I'm doing. You piss me off just a little bit, and I'm kicking your ass just a little bit. But I ain't never full force cocked back like I'm trying to kick a 67-yard motherfucking field goal and punt me a bit. Boom! You know what I mean? But nah, that's either here nor there. So that's the only thing that I seen P. Diddy do. Now, everything else has been hearsay. They say, he say, she say. I don't know. But now that the man look like he's down on the ground, I see all kind of people kicking on him. Now, 50 Cent has always kicked up on him, and they got their own personal history. He says he felt weirded out when P. Diddy told him he wanted to take him shopping. He said he got offended by that. Now, I can understand. I've had a friend of mine take me shopping. He took me to the mall and bought me some Jordans 2 times. You know what I mean? And he took me to the Dickies store and bought me damn near $900 worth of matching set Dickies. But it wasn't on no date. We wasn't on no motherfucking date. We happened to go to the mall and he asked me, he say, you got any shoes for the show tonight? My nigga Pimp C, R.I.P. He said, you got any shoes for the show tonight? I say, no. I was going to wear some shoes that I already got. He said, wear some Dickies in house shoes, bitch. I was like, man, I ain't wearing no Dickies in house shoes. He like, man, get you a fresh pair of J's. Every time we do a show, get you a fresh pair. You know what I'm talking about? Every time we do a show, get you a fresh outfit. That's how he was coming. So I say, shit, I'm going to get these. So when I picked them up, he picked up a pair and he like put them on the counter. So I put them on the counter. They were $2.25. He went on, copped his and copped mine. And we walked out the store. And I say, brother, thank you. You know what I'm talking about? Because I ain't never had a man buy me, Jordans. My own daddy, I don't even remember my own daddy ever buying me a pair of Jordans. Now, my daddy probably bought me some shoes when I was a little bitty baby. But as a younger man, I don't remember my daddy ever taking me to the mall, buying me a t-shirt. Come on, man. But now, so he bought me the Jordans. Segway, Tria story starts now. He bought me the Jordans, and we walked out in the hallway of the mall, and he like, man, you wearing red and black to match them? I say, I might. Boom, boom, boom. He was thinking, damn, I need to go buy me another pair because the ones I got, I ain't got nothing to match them. So just like he just bought his shoes, he fell in love with them when he bought them. We walked down the hall a couple of steps, and he fell right out of love with them because he say he ain't have nothing to match. But then we seen a player that we knew from PA. That's a whole nother trio story in itself. And he like, what's up with you, man? He said, I just got out the penitentiary and whatnot. He like, well, look, you just got out? He said, man, let me put something on you. Boom, he reached in his pocket. He grabbed some paper, and he give it to the homie. He get a homie some money. I don't know how much, because that ain't my business. I ain't in niggas' business like that. And the homie like, man, thank you, man, thank you. He said, man, what size shoes you wear? He said, X, Y, and Z. Pimp C took the shoes that he just bought. I had my bag in my hand. He took the bag he just bought, and he said, here, man, this for you. And he gave him the Jordans that he just bought for himself. I say, damn it, boy, this nigga here give a nigga the shirt off his back. But what I'm saying is this. That was a segue. You got a little treat of a trio story. But what I'm talking about is kicking a man when he down. In particular, we're talking about P. Diddy. That apple good. You know what I mean? So, the man going through his circumstance and his situation. He got people dependent on him. He got kids. Fortunately, he got a mother that's still alive. He got daughters, sons, and he probably got people on the payroll that he got to keep up. Now, for those of you who don't know this man personally and you praying on his downfall, I think you're sick in the mind. Those of you who don't know this man personally and you're praying for his downfall, I think you're sick in the mind. Because a real individual, a real stand-up individual, don't even wish death on his own enemies. You know what I mean? A strong individual will not kick an individual when they down. For instance, if you've ever been in a physical confrontation and you fair and you got a good heart, you and that individual just had a fall out and y'all wind up scrapping. Let's say your skills are impeccable and you get the best of that person and they fall to the ground. What would make you kick that person while they down if you confident in your skills? See, I've been in the particular positions where as a warrior, not a booty warrior, but as a warrior, I face confrontation, man to man, physical fights. And I've got the best of a person where they fallen to the ground. I could have jumped them, stomped them, kicked them, or whatever. But I refrained. I backed up and allowed them to get themselves together, get their footing together. Because if I want you to feel like you outclassed, I want you to feel like you outclassed for me putting these paws on your mother. You know what I mean? I'm going to put these paws on your ass till you say, you know what? My bad. I ain't got it. Well, hang it up. Now, if I was a weak individual, I couldn't wait for you to fall on that ground so I could put foot to your ass, put belt to ass. Now, all that can go out the window. That weakness can become a frailness to where you get put in a hospital or you get put in a hell of a position, because if you fall to the ground and somebody commences to stomping on you and kicking on you, you defenseless. You can't do nothing. But me being strong, I will, how would I say? I will spare you. But if you've done me something so treacherous and so bad, boy, you hit that ground, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. You hear me? Now, if you've done me dirty, if you've done me something so bad, and boy, you hit that, boy, you better not hit that ground. You hear me? I'm speaking of being King Leonidas, being humble and meek and being foul. If we just had a fallout and I'm being humble and, you know, man to man and being foul, if you hit that ground, I'm going to let you get back up. I ain't going to stir with you while you're on that ground. But if you've done me something terrible, boy, your ass better not hit that ground. You know what I mean? But see, this the thing about it. Diddy has not done me or you anything. So why would you want to kick him while he's on that ground? I believe that that's a sign of weakness. That is a sign of weakness. I remember one time, my little brother, he's 2 years younger than me. He used to have issues with homies my age. And one day, he told me he had an issue with a player my age. And he said he wanted to fight him. I say no. Y'all should talk it out, agree to disagree, and keep it moving. He like, nah, I want to fight him. I said he's not your size, he's not your age. That's really my weight class and my age. So if anybody gonna fight, it should be me and him. He say, no, let me prove myself and fight him. I want to fight him. I said, okay, little bro. So we approached the homie. And little bro was like, set that up. I want to get mines in with the dude. So I tell the homie, I don't know what y'all got going on, but little bro want to scrap. And he ain't taking no for an answer. He said, I don't want to scrap because y'all gonna jump me. Remember that part. He said, y'all gonna jump me. I said, you got my word. I will not jump in. He said, you sure? I say, for sure. I'm not jumping in. Y'all could have at it. Now, I pulled out. Little bro wanted to get it. Dude understood I wasn't going to jump in, so they said they were going, and they locked up. By the time they locked up, little bro act like he was looking up at something, and dude looked up too, and little bro hit him with a right cross and knocked all the spit out of his mouth. Bam! You know what I mean? I'm talking about, ooh, that shit was hard. Damn it, boy. Homie got his footing back together after he shook off that lick. He got his footing back together, and they went to trading licks. And by that time, my little brother had this thing he used to do where he'd lose his balance. He'd be trying to move. He was kind of heavy set, like I am now. I never was heavy set. I used to be slim, beanpole, lean. But he'd lose his balance, and he'd fall. You dig? He'd fall. Now, I had no intentions of participating with this fight in any way but to say, okay, boom, y'all had enough at some point. But when my little brother fell, he fell on the ground, and he was looking down about to get up. And when he was about to get up, my homeboy ran like he was trying to kick a 100-yard field goal, and boop, kicked my little brother in the side of the head. Well, all that, I ain't gonna jump in is out the window. Because you kicked a man while he was down during a fair fight. So, yeah, I two-pieced him. Yeah, I gave him a two-piece. I gave him a two-piece in the pepper. I gave him a two-piece dark and a small cold drink, red bean and rice and a biscuit. Yeah, he ran then. I gave him that goddamn two-piece. Pew! He caught out. He had enough. Now, but see, the thing is, if he wouldn't have kicked him while he was down, I wouldn't have participated. That was a sign of weakness. That was a sign of evilness. That was a sign of wickedness. So, all of y'all, ask yourself, why do you feel some kind of way about P. Diddy's circumstance and situation? Why would you want to throw fire on those logs when you don't even have a dog in that fight? You better check yourself, because your heart might not be right. So in my personal opinion, to not be long and drawn out, for my homeboy Daryl, thank you for asking me this. I hope this answers your question and give you my perspective. I think kicking a man when he down, if you don't have the real merit, if you don't have a atrocious or traumatizing or catastrophic event that he's done to you, it doesn't merit you kicking him when he down. Fight fair. And if you ain't got a dog in that fight, you shouldn't be fighting at all. Yeah. So let me see what y'all say. Let me see what y'all say. Oh, somebody say it's hatred. Trucking say it's hatred. Mm-hmm. What else we got? Mm-hmm. 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 Well, let's go start the weekend. As always, fooling with y'all because I'm cool with y'all. TikTok, I'm figuring out what to do to y'all. This video also gonna be posted on YouTube. But let me see. Truck and Divine say, where you from? I drive to from ATL. I'm from Port Arthur, Texas, represented till I'm dead. I don't drive nowhere, my nigga. I'm a local joker. I don't drive nowhere. I don't leave the city limits. They better not ask me to go no damn well. I ain't really no truck driver. I'm a businessman. I'm a businessman with a business plan. But I'm a little bit behind on my business plan. Because in 2023 and 2024, trucking has been screwed up. Know what I'm talking about? Trucking has been screwed up. 2023, 2024, trucking have been screwed up. So I don't go nowhere. I do about 2-3 loads a day. And I carry my ass home. You see what I'm saying? That's what I do's and does. But the position I'm in, it ain't for everybody. I bought my truck about 8 years ago. No, six and a half. I bought my truck 6.5 years ago. I bought it cash, so I don't pay a note. So I don't have to get out here and make a killing. I need to make beyond a living. See what I'm saying? I need to get out here and make beyond a living. Because even though the truck is paid for, you still have maintenance and expenses. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. But I'm not really the road type. I hate driving. Those of you who thinking you got to be a long distance driver to be in trucking, you don't have to. It just depends what your plan. I came into this with a plan. I was in the rap game for many years. Matter of fact, go stream some of my music on any digital platform. The artist name is Hezeleo. Still to this day, I put out music. But I came out of the rap game in 2015 and went straight into trucking. But when I went into trucking in 2015, I had a plan to buy my own truck 2 years later. That plan did not have to come together. That plan did not have to come together. But being diligent, being intentional, and trusting the process and trusting God, it worked just like I thought it would. It worked just like I thought it would. And then I said 2 years later, I want to buy another truck. 15 months later, I bought my second truck. And none of that stuff had to happen. It's just I trusted that what I wanted to do, God was going to help make it happen. And it laid out and it happened just like I planned. It wasn't until recently my faith, like a lot of people's faith, is being tested right now. 2023. To me, just like anybody else, I know you started the year 2023 off by saying, this is going to be my year. 2022 was, oh my God. 2022 was so rocky. So when 2023 hit, I said to myself, this has got to be my year. Just like everybody, I said, oh my God, I got all this. I was on feet. That's all I can tell you. The beginning of 2023, that's all I can tell you. I was on feet. I say, man, it's got to be my year. And month after month, shit started going crazy. I started losing left and right. Truck kept going to the shop. Man, before you knew it, I was $70,000 down. Cash money. And I said to myself in October of 2023, I said, you know what? I'm going to park my truck. I'm going to put my pride aside and I'm going to get a job. I don't know when I'm going to return. Maybe I'll give it 6 months. Maybe I'll give it a year. But I'm going to park my truck and just get a job until I could figure it out before I lost all my money. So in October 2023, I hauled a hazmat load. That same day I was intending to park my truck, I had to be towed off. I had an issue with my computer. And boom, cost me damn near $1,100. The same day I was going to park. So after I got my truck out the shop, I parked it in the yard and I went and got a job. It wasn't until 2 months ago, I was intending to work for this company like 6 more months, but they had some kind of cutback and I was the last person hired. So I was the first person fired. That enacted me to either find another job or go crank my truck back up. So 2 months ago, I decided to crank my truck back up, and thank God, knowing that the rates are down right now, work is slow, I'm surviving. I'm surviving. But man, we're going to go ahead and start the weekend. Salute to all y'all been coming to my TikTok channel and whatnot. Go ahead and follow me. Also subscribe to me on YouTube, Instagram, and every other social site. Facebook didn't turn to MySpace. I'm starting to like TikTok. But yeah, I'll be on YouTube a lot. Holla at your boy, man. I'm out.